Hello, wonderful children. Miss Adigun is back again. I'm happy to see your face. Are you happy to see me as well? Very good. Now, today's topic is religion and places of worship. The subject is social habits. The topic is religion and places of worship. Learning objectives. At the end of the lesson, each pupil should be able to say what religion is. 2. Mention the different types of religion in Nigeria. Mention the different types of religion in Nigeria. 3. Mention the different places of worship. Mention the different places of worship. 4. Mention the different religion leaders. Mention the different religion leaders. 5. List the holy books and items used to worship. List the holy books and items used to worship. We move on. What is religion? Religion is the way of worship. Religion is the way of worship. Say it after me. Religion is the way of worship. One more time. Religion is the way of worship. Very good. Now, we move on to the 3 basic religion in Nigeria. 3 basic religion. How many basic religion? 3 basic religion. 1, we have Christianity religion. Say it after me. Christianity religion. Again, Christianity religion. 2, Islamic religion. Again, Islamic religion. One more time. Islamic religion. 3, traditional religion. Traditional religion. I can't hear you. Traditional religion. Now, Christian worship in the church. Christian worship in the church. You all go to church on Sunday. On Sunday morning, we wake you up, take your bed for you, wear your beautiful clothes, and say, oh, okay, we are going to church to praise and worship our God. Christian worship here in the church. Christian worship in the church. One more time. Christian worship here. Christian worship in the church. Give yourself a big clap. Clap, 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 clap. You are great. Christian worship in the church. We can see a picture of a church and a Bible beside it. That is a sign. The sign shows the picture of a church. Now we move on to the next religion. Muslim religion. Muslim worship in the mosque. Muslim worship in the mosque. You can see a picture of a boy and a girl standing. The girl is wearing a hijab, while the boy is wearing what? A cap. So Muslim worship in the mosque. Muslim worship in the mosque. Yep. We move on to the next religion. Traditional religion. Again, traditional religion. Traditional religion. Traditional worshippers worship in shrines or their comfort zone. Traditional worshippers worship in their shrine or their comfort zone. They can worship anywhere. They can worship at home, in their bedroom, in their sitting room, their comfort zone. Anywhere they want to worship, they can worship their God there. They don't go to church. They don't go to mosque. They worship in their comfort zone. It can be their bedroom, it can be their sitting room, it can be their compound. That is where traditional worshippers worship their god. They worship their shrine in their comfort zone. Like I told you that traditional worshippers, they don't go to church, neither they go to mosque, but they worship where? In their comfort zone. They worship where? In their comfort zone. It can either be their house, their compound. Yes, it can either be their sitting room, their compound. Very good. Now we move on to the next one. Only books and items used to worship. Only books and items used to worship. Now I'm going to explain only two religions because these are the two basic religion we practice in Nigeria. That is Christian and Islamic religion. So only books and items used to worship are Holy Bible. Christian use Holy Bible to worship. Christian use what? Holy Bible to what? To worship. Christian use Holy Bible to worship. Why Muslim use Quran and rosary? You can see the picture of a Quran and the rosary on it. Muslim use Quran and rosary to worship. Muslim use Quran and rosary to worship. So I'm going to ask you a question now. Who use Holy Bible to worship? Christian use Holy Bible to worship. Who use Quran and rosary to worship? Muslim. Muslim use Quran and rosary to worship. Very good. That's my wonderful children. Now move on to the next one. Religion leaders in Nigeria. Religious leaders in Nigeria. The first picture here is a picture of a pastor. Picture of a who? Pastor. Picture of a pastor preaching in the church. Picture of a pastor preaching in the church. While we have the imam, we call them imam in Muslim. Imam leader, imam. They worship. You can see they are kneeling down, while the Christian, the pastor is standing. Muslim, they kneel down to worship their God. You can see the imam here in front and the members at the back, while the pastor is standing and preaching. So these are the two religion leaders in Nigeria. So who is a pastor? Pastor is a Christian religion leader, and imam is who? A Muslim religion leader. Very good. Give yourself a big clap. So if you see a pastor on your TV screen, you know the pastor worship in the church. And if you see an imam in your street or in your compound, you know is imam is a Muslim. You can see the difference there. Now we move. How Christian worship. How Christian worship. How Christian do what? Worship. One, they pray. Look at the first picture here. The children are praying. How Christian worship. They pray. They what? They pray. The first picture, the children are praying. They close your eyes. They close their eyes and praying. They are praying to God. They are what? Praying. And the second picture shows that they are worshiping. Christian worship. Look at the children with their two hands up. They are worshiping God. So Christian worship. Christian do what? They worship. And the top picture, you can see the boy with his two hands closer to his mouth and nose. His eyes is closed. He's doing what? He's praising. He's praising God. He's praising God. He's praising God. Like his eyes closed. He's praising. He's praising God. Let me go back again. The first picture, the children are praying. They are what? They are praying. The second picture is what? They are worshiping. they are worshiping. And the third picture is what? The boy is praising. You can praise God in a silent way that you don't want anybody to hear you. You can be praising God like this. You can be praising God so anybody will not hear you. So you can be praising God. So that is how Christian worship. How does Christian worship? They pray, they worship, and they what? They praise. Give yourself a beautiful clap. Then how Muslim worship? How Muslim worship? See a picture of a boy and a girl kneeling down on the mat. They fold their legs. They did not close their eyes. Muslims don't close eyes when praying. They open their eyes. Muslims don't do what? They don't close their eyes. They open their eyes while praying to their God. They kneel down and pray to God. You can see the second picture also. The boy is also doing the same thing. He kneel down with his two hands and praying to God. He did not close his eyes. He did not do what? He did not close his eyes. It is only Christian that close eyes when worshiping God. Also, the third picture also speaks the same thing. We have a boy and a girl reading Quran. They are what? Reading their Quran. They are reading their Quran. That is how Muslim worship. They sit down, fold their legs, their two hands together with their and the eyes wide open. They don't close eyes. Muslims don't do what? They don't close eyes while worshiping God. Yes, then we come to an end of this today's topic. So I'm going to do a recap. What is religion? I know my children can say what religion is, and they can also say the three basic religion we have in Nigeria. How many basic religion do we have? We have three types. And you all know where Christian worship. They worship in church. Where Muslim worship, they worship in the mosque. Traditional worshippers worship in their comfort zone. I told you it can be in their sitting room, it can be in their bedroom. And the items used to worship. Christian who use Holy Bible to worship, Christian use Holy Bible to worship, and Quran who use Quran to worship, Muslim use Quran and Rosary to worship. Yes, that's my wonderful children. And the religion leaders in Nigeria, we have a pastor and an imam. Pastor and imam. And how Christian worship? I told you, Christian, they pray, they worship, and they praise. How does Christian worship? They pray, they worship, and they do what? They praise. And the last one here, how Muslim worship. I told you Muslims don't close their eyes while praying. Their eyes is always wide open. Their two hands together, they kneel down, fold it, and pray to their God. That is how Muslim worship. Very good. So we've come to an end of today's topic. See you some other time. I love you so much. I miss you. Don't disturb mommy and daddy at home. Always make sure you write your letters and your numbers. Be a good children. I love you.